Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sly, and I want to talk a little bit about joint practice today with the Raiders, 49ers over there in Vegas, the desert, and a lot of interesting things that happened. But one thing I want to talk about real quick is kind of what happened today on one-on-ones with our center, our center that we just really, we've been really dying these past few years with this guy. And if ever there is a year that something's going to change, I think it's this year. I really do, just because Kyle, it looks like he's starting to push the right buttons as far as these rookies goes and letting them play, letting them take over spots over veterans. And today we saw it. Jake Brendel, he's seen this right here, going one-on-one against, I think, rookie JJ Pegulas, and just absolutely gets abused, just on skates. This is pretty much, it's nothing shocking. You looking at this, just because we've seen it all the time, man. This guy just getting worked, whether it's in practice with our guys, other guys in preseason, in the regular season, in the playoffs. I mean, over and over. You know, Jake Brendel, he's not him, man. At the end of the day, he's not him. And I was watching the first preseason game. I don't know about you guys, and we saw Hennessy out there. Man, Hennessy, I thought looked good. I thought he looked really good out there. You know, he wasn't like Pouncey in his prime, or freaking when we had Jeremy Newberry, that monster of a dude, Jesse Sapolo. But I thought he was solid. You know, I thought it was night and day compared to your guys' boy Brendel. And I'm thinking, like, dude, Kyle, like, you've done things that you haven't done in the past. You've trusted these young cats to play, take over starting position in practice. Why not? And I'm looking at this game against the Raiders right now. I'm looking at this game and saying, hey, if Hennessy has another good game, if Drew Moss comes in and plays the way he did that first preseason game against the Broncos, if he could do this again with the Raiders, now you're looking at it like, all right, dude, like, put Drew Moss at center. Like, let's just do this right now. Let's get it going, because that could change a lot. I think, honestly, I'll say Drew Moss, to me, is probably a better center. He's probably played center a few times in his career. I don't give a crap. Put his butt at center right now, because we've seen enough of Jake Brendel. The dude's in his 30s. You think he's getting better? The dude's been horrible all his career. You think he's going to get better? Starting to enter his mid-30s? Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Let's cut the crap. Cut the crap right now. So, I'm saying this, man. Let's just make the move, man. Let's make the move. We saw it with Connor Kobe. Man, the first few weeks of training camp, who was starting at guard for us? Who was starting at guard? Because we know Ben Barch was out. Who was starting at guard? It was Nick Sacal. And there was pressure coming left and right, always, everywhere. And Nick Sacal was there. And then what happens? Ben Barch comes in, kind of steadies down right there. He gets hurt after a week and a half, because, you know, Ben Barch gets hurt all the time. Connor Kobe comes in there, and it seems that when Ben Barch came in to Connor Kobe, our offense in practice has been gelling more. And we saw it today with the Raiders. Niners offense pretty on fire. Just on fire, dude. Just having time to throw. I think Crosby only had one sack given up by, who was it? Our right tackle, McKivitz. But overall, I think McKivitz was okay today. But other than that, O-line held up. They held up really well. And Kittle was killing them. Purcell was killing it. Purdy was doing his thing. Wide-ass open passes to Juszczyk. Letting plays develop a wheel route, I think, to Juszczyk. And O-line was holding up pretty solid, you know. Now, if you get a better center in there, how much better could that O-line be? And we were out without Trent Williams. Trent Williams was there, but he wasn't practicing. He wasn't going one-on-ones. He wasn't doing anything. 11-on-11 is nothing. He was just there. So you're looking at it. This O-line got a little bit better when it was Ben Barch or Connor Kobe instead of Nick Sacal. We have a chance to be even better offensive line, which is one of our weaknesses. Even a better offensive line with either Drew Moss or Hennessy. Remember last year, Hennessy, his PFF grade was pretty solid out there. It was not bad at all. And what was Brendel? In like some statistics, he was like ranked the 34th center. It's like, bro, there's only 32 teams out there, man. So you look at this, I'm excited, man. I really am, because I feel that I don't know, Kyle's he's seen it all. He's seen what happened these past few years, and he's finally opening his eyes. You know what? Not only the fans want, but like I think the people upstairs are like, bro, it's obvious. Like it's obvious to all of us, everyone, that Jake Brendel's trash. Like all this talk with Chris Forrester, trying to gaslight the fans, gaslight everybody, the media, some of the media believing it. Yeah, Jake Brendel, man, he's awesome. He's amazing. He's this great. No, he's not. Stop lying to us, Chris Forrester. Like, stop it, man. I know you had your issues over there in Florida with your substance stuff that was on camera. But the question is, I don't know. I don't know if that guy still wanted it because of the things he was saying last year with these offensive linemen that were getting worked, and him saying, oh no, they're fine. They're great. They're one of the best. These are the best dudes out there in the NFL. Okay, dog. Okay. I don't believe that for 1 second, you know? So yeah, it's been a solid week for these young cats, Connor Kobe, Drew Moss. And again, I liked what I saw out of Hennessy. And the thing is, if you keep our center, if you keep him, that means you're going to have to cut Hennessy. You're probably going to have to cut Moss. If Barge comes back, like you're going to have to cut one of these young cats, dude. Like, to me, you could save a little bit of cash right now. What is he, like $5 million, whatever? Our center, if we can actually make the move and decide to cut this dude, Brendel, we'll save some money, and I think we'll be upgrading. You know, it's a 2-for-1 special right there. So, look, his ass, Brendel better play. I want him to play this week. I want him to play next week. Let him play, and let's see what he does. Let's just see it, man. Like, we've seen it for the past 4 or 5 years, so I'm confident he's not going to do good, you know? Just like I was confident, like, yeah, let Jair Brown start next to Siegel and see what happens. What happened the other day? Kittle was killing Jair Brown. I kept saying it's going to happen. He's going to get worked. He got worked when Pinnock got hurt, got knocked out. So, I mean, let's just see it. Let's see it, man. Show what we got. And then put Drew Moss as our backup center. Hennessy's going to get in there. But get Drew Moss snaps at center against the Raiders. Let's see what he's doing, what he's all about, you know? Let's just see it already. Like, we're over this. We're over this stuff. And, yeah, just seeing that one-on-ones again, it was like, dude, we've been there, done that. Like, I'm not shocked. When they were like, oh, we got tape of one-on-ones with Jake Brendel and a rookie, I was like, I bet you it's going to be bad. I pushed play exactly what I thought was going to happen. Exactly what I was thought was going to happen, man. He's been doing this all his Niner career. So, yeah, hopefully Kyle, he watches the film, man, and is like, dude, all right, time to pull the plug. Sometimes you just got to pull the plug, man. You know, when you're in a relationship, sometimes you invested years, and you're like, dude, this ain't working out, man. Like, what do I do? Like, do I just keep going and keep losing, keep giving in, spending all this money and going out Friday nights instead of being with the boys? Or do I just finally pull the plug, baby? I think it might be time, man. I think it's time to pull that plug. So, yeah, I'm excited. Excited for this week. Excited for next week. Player personnel look like it's getting better as far as who should be playing, who shouldn't be. And there's hope, man. There's hope. There's hope. I believe if there's ever a year, Kyle, if there's ever a year, you're doing good things so far. I like what you're doing, player personnel wise. Got to keep going though. Got to keep going. Got to cut that fat. Got to cut that fat. You know, it might be a rough season if we don't push all the right buttons. And I think Kyle, he's starting to learn. He's starting to learn so far, but he's got to keep going. All right, man. I'm out. Let me know what you think. Peace.